Now, coming up tomorrow night, we have our newest edition of Rocket Roundup. That'll start right here on BCSN at 10 o'clock. One of the stories we will show you is from the media communication students who have had to adjust their day-to-day operations to adhere to the COVID-19 protocols. I caught up with a handful of Rockets who helped produce the ESPN broadcast for the University of Toledo to see how they've pivoted during the pandemic.
3, 2, 1, roll it. Stand by 5, coming to you next.
In a typical semester, my class would be primarily just doing ESPN productions here at UT. In the fall, we would be doing volleyball, soccer, and then at the end of the semester, we would get into basketball when that starts up. We would also do video board productions for football. With COVID, that's a lot different.
What has changed during COVID?
The biggest change is we're trying to minimize my students' time inside the arena. So I'm doing all of the setup myself ahead of time, where previously we would meet 3 or 4 hours before the game and the students would set everything up themselves. So students are still running cameras, they're still learning how to do replay, they're still learning how to operate all of the equipment, but it's a lot more of me setting up just to keep their time in the arena to a minimum.
It's definitely been different from years past, but I think John and Greg, they did an amazing job of, making sure we still get this full regular experience of working in sports production. Obviously, we have to have smaller crews than we usually do, but we still have people. So people working camera, so somebody working replay, somebody working graphics. We obviously had to limit the number of people in the truck. Graphics is usually in the truck, but we had to move it in here into Savage. But we still have everybody on every position. The expectations are still the same for every broadcast to put out the best possible show that we can. So while kind of things have changed a little bit, the expectations are still the same, the goal is still the same, and that is to put out the best possible product that we can.
After a non-existent spring sports season in 2020 and a dialed-back fall, it's all systems go this spring.
So last fall, we had very little production going on. We had our 3 football games in the Glass Bowl that we did video board productions for, but that was it. Volleyball and soccer got pushed to the spring, so now instead of doing basketball and then having a little break and doing baseball and softball, we've got basketball at the same time as volleyball, and then volleyball at the same time as soccer, and then soccer at the same time as baseball and softball. So it's a lot going on. A lot of good opportunities for the students this semester, but it makes for a pretty hectic schedule for me.
It's honestly been crazy, because you mentioned, we have 2 sports that are usually played in the fall. They're now being played in the spring. So it's been, kind of crazy and hectic at times, but it's made for, a busy schedule. But it's, it's been a lot of fun. Every day is packed, and it's been keeping us busy, but it's a fun busy, getting a lot of experience and getting a lot of, games in.
I think the students who are here understand that they have to be flexible and that it's a lot different than usual. We've had some students who are just taking classes online right now, so they're waiting a semester to take this class because all of their other classes are online and they don't want to have to buy a parking pass and come to campus. I have other students who have kind of embraced the fact that, hey, I can really do a lot of productions here because all of my other classes are online and put a lot of time into this. So they've really jumped on that opportunity. So it's kind of a mixture. The students who are here, I think, are really making the most out of it and getting the production experience.